make people cry or make people applaud or laugh. And I'm sure I'm one of them. I'm quite sure. I think there's probably something from a psychological standpoint, there's something to be said for people who want to play other people.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's like, and you see them like on TV shows and stuff, and they're not terribly comfortable with themselves. Have you ever seen celebrities that they're like on Jay Leno? They don't say 3 words in succession. They're like, yeah, it was really great to work on that film. It's like they themselves, not so much, but they vicariously live through characters they play.
Right.
And it's a chance for them to be someone else.
Right.
I've just always loved that, as long as I can remember. And there was never a time where I said, I want to do this professionally. I want to be a professional songwriter. I want to be a professional actor. I just did it. I just loved doing it. And whether you paid me or not. Same with anime voice acting.
Right.
People always say to me, when did you decide you wanted to be an anime voice? Well, never.
Never.
I never decided I even wanted to be a voice actor. Somebody asked me one day, you have a lot of theater experience, don't you? I'm like, yeah, I've been doing theater my whole life. You ought to go and audition for this place. They dub Japanese anime into English and they need actors.
Sure.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Right.
Walk through the door, start voicing anime. It was never anything that I consciously set out to do. Again, and I don't want to wax religious, but I feel so strongly that God just opened opportunities and gave me certain skills, and I just kind of haphazardly wandered in, and it happened. I'm just very grateful for it.
It's the blessing of being able to do what you love and love what you do.
Yeah, and when you do it, you know it.
Yeah.
When you're doing something that you know you are made to do, you have that inner kind of an affirmation. Mm-hmm. And nothing gives me more joy than doing events and meeting kids of all ages who like the work that I've done, who have been encouraged maybe, or even positively influenced because of something I've shared or said or done or sung or wrote. There's no price you could put on that. There's no amount of money. I mean, we don't get paid much, and I don't even care. I mean, don't tell the producers that I work for that I said this, but I would do what I do for free. I love it that much. I don't keep track of what checks I've gotten or haven't gotten. I don't keep track of who's paid me or who hasn't paid me.
As long as you can keep the lights on. Yeah, as long as you can keep the lights on and food in the fridge, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Right.
I am blessed beyond what I deserve, and I am grateful for it, and I don't worry about the rest of it.
Right. An associate of mine once said that the best people in performance are not necessarily people that want to, make people cry or anything. They're people that want to tell a good story.
Sure.
And sometimes, and especially with singers, you're telling a story with what you sing, and from what you've talked about, it sounds like you kind of have that mentality that you just love telling a good story.
I do.
Or telling a story that people will want to listen to or read or hear, and I think that is the mark of a higher than average performer in any field.
Well, wanting to be able to express things that resonate with other people.
Right, that's a good word.
You know that other people out there have felt this, or have dealt with this, or are dealing with it, or know someone who's, and to create something that helps, that resonates with them, and they respond to. I mean, that's an unparalleled privilege.
Right.
A privilege to do it. The first CD that I ever made of my own music, I ordered 1,000 units, and then I got them, and I thought, what the heck did I have 1,000 CDs made? Who's going to buy them? I mean, I don't perform anywhere. What am I going to do with these? They sat in my garage for 6 years, just taking up space. Because, like I said, to me, it wasn't about making money. It wasn't about, hey, I'm gonna sell these CDs and I'm gonna make money. It was just about making the music.
Right.
And once I had made the music, I had nothing to do with this. I didn't know what to do after that.
Right.
I'm not a businessman. Sure. I'm not one of those people that always figures out how to a business angle or how to profit from this or market. Yeah. That is not me at all. I am just a creative. I like making stuff and creating stuff and writing stuff and singing stuff and performing stuff. And as soon as I've written or produced it or recorded it, like I don't even know what to do with it now because I'm not a business person or a marketing person.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, it's no, that's a nice side of the story.
And that's why I'm so blown away by the way the fans have responded to my music. They initiated the interest in my music. I didn't just show up at a convention and go, hey, you guys don't know this, but I do music and here's my CDs, bada bing. I never did that. It never even occurred to me.
You probably just mentioned it probably offhand. It's like, oh, well, you know, when I was learning to play piano or when I was playing music, and then they were probably like...
I don't even remember doing that.
Probably
I don't even
not,
remember
yeah.
that much because I swear to God, it never occurred to me.
Yeah.
That the fans would be at all interested in my music. It's completely unrelated to anime.
Right.
So it never occurred to me. I don't even know how they found out. I think it's just I was on Star Search years ago, and there's stuff on my website,
Yeah.
my professional website,
Yeah.
about writing, producing music professionally. Had nothing to do with anime. But the fans start researching you on the internet. They find out other things that you do.
Right.
I think I'm quite confident they initiated an interest in my music. I never imagined that they would be interested in it. So I'm very grateful for that.
Sometimes the best things in life are complete surprises.
Absolutely.
So, kind of springboarding into anime a bit more directly. You know, obviously, Edward Elric was.
Just a quick note, guys. Just a couple of minutes, so if you can start wrapping up, that'd be great.
Okay,
Great.
sure.
Thanks, sweet.
So I'll speed up these last few questions. So I mean, Edward Elric was probably the role that sort of your name is tied to the most. I would say probably people probably think of Vic Mignogna, and you know, at least within the last few years.
Yeah.
'Cause Full Metal Alchemist was such a breakout show. It was so
Yeah.
popular, and I think. Not to obviously degrade the rest of your work, but I think Edward Elric was the role that really kind of got people to your name kind of on
Absolutely.
the spotlight.
Absolutely. No question.
So, kind of with that, when was the first time you realized that you had that you were touching these people with your work? When was the first time that it really sank in that you're like, wow, like I'm giving these people something more than a character's voice or and personality?
Well, it was definitely Full Metal related.
Right.
Definitely. I'd done 30 or 40 shows before we did Full Metal. And sure, I mean, people liked Kurt Sweber from Full Metal Panic, and people liked Broly from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Full Metal was something completely different. And I'll tell you, you know what happened with Full Metal that had never happened before? And this was what gave me the first indication. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's my mother.
No, go right ahead, man.
Hey, Mom. No, listen, I'm over here at the convention center already doing some interviews. I had some interviews to do